weird fucking day. So I'm sitting here processing it all. And made contact with this tree in the woods. And I could go into the whole story of how it happened, but I was having a shit day. Did all my rituals that I usually do, meditating and writing in my journal, and went out running and didn't want to, and ended up in the woods. I could say I was called to go into the woods, but it was more like, hey, Jill, you want to go into the woods? That might be fun. Distract yourself from your misery, and you could go really slow because it's so full of weeds and prickers that you have to pay attention, and it might be more relaxing for you. So go in the woods, and there's this tree in there that, in this one section of the woods, where they are paving over a big section that to make this, I guess it's adult living place, and it used to be this mental hospital and some other things before that. Rutland Heights in Rutland, Mass. And there was a lot of pain there. You can just feel it in the land. But there's this tree where it's like grown into the fence, and it almost looks like a face. And we walk back there sometimes, me and the kids and my mom, and I run back there, and there's a trail. And anyways, whenever I see this tree, I have to stop and look at it. And I started like putting my hands on it. And so today I was just in a shit mood, like I said, couldn't shift, and I put my hands on the tree, and I just started crying and like weeping. Not for a long time, but just a little bit. And yeah, I just thanked the tree for being there. It's just like the metaphor of like living with that wounding and still being beautiful, because we're just so much more than that. It's just a little part of us. And we tend to like take that on as our perspective and, live in this suffering. And that's what I was doing. I was suffering. It's like putting myself in suffering. But anyways, there was that release, and I kept going on, and everything was so much brighter. Like it shifted me. Sorry if there were crumbs on my face, but I had to tell that story because it was, yeah, that's what the way it is. It's like intense, and I can't ignore all the feels, but I can't like just let that take over and be the victim. And the tree kind of taught me that today. Think about it however you want, but that's how I did. And yeah, it was like in this like exalted state the rest of the run, and taking pictures and just seeing things like I hadn't before in a while. And of course it faded, and I went back to suffering and whatnot, but I remember it, and it's real, and that's what we are. And peace out, y'all.